We're live.
6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. The Open Meetings Act is posted on the wall. Roll call.
Holly. Buckminster. Here. Rod.
Here.
Wisdom. Here. Ferguson. Here. Ratcliffe. Foraker. Here. Layden. Here.
With allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor's report, I'd like to thank all the ladies from the auxiliaries that did such a fine job on Veterans Day. City Administrator.
We didn't have a whole lot of updates since the last meeting. We did get awarded the 23 downtown revitalization grants. So we got that notification. The other day. 23. Yeah, that's 435,000 plus our match that goes into that for the third phase of the DCR. So we'll be getting the committee pulled together for that. Get applications, full applications from business owners here. So.
Chief? I don't have anything. Under the consent agenda, we got minutes approval November 6th, 2023, agenda approval, treasurer's report, police report, consent agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second. Vote.
Seven yeas.
There's no old business, so we'll go with regular business. Discussion and action, appointment of Jack Weaver to the Falls City Airport Authority for a term ending December 31st, 2024, as recommended by Mayor Hartman.
Ed O'Grady had resigned from the board prior to his end of his term, so it opened up a spot there. Term runs through the end of December of 24. Then it'll go up for re-election at that point in time because it's the airport authority. But in the meantime, that gets appointed by mayor and council approval. Jack's here. I don't know if Jack wants to say anything or not. All right.
Motion to approve.
Second.
No vote.
Seven yeas.
2, discussion and action, authorizing the execution of the revised wholesale water purchase contract for rural water district number 2, as recommended by the Board of Public Works.
As this is amending or revising our contract that we have with Rural Water 2 for the line that goes up to Indian Cave. They're doing some additional work and getting some grant funding. And part of that grant funding, USDA was requiring review of our contract. One of the few things changed in that, some of the language, some simple things that got done, sent through Dunn's office for review. Board of Public Works is recommending approval. So essentially, it doesn't change anything in there besides a little bit of the language, rates, and all that stay exactly the same. Just a kind of a little formality for them to access some of their federal funds.
Motion to approve.
Second. Vote.
Seven yeas.
3, discussion and action, resolution adopting the 2024-29 1 and 6 year street improvement plan as recommended by the Board of Public Works.
All right, so this is the first year where the Board of Public Works held the hearing, so that's why we're only seeing the action item here on council. Public Works held the hearing on November 2nd at their regular meeting. I'll kind of go over a few of the key components within that. The 1 year plan has about 20 blocks of street paving with a cost of just a little under $2 million, 1.975 million. The remaining 8 projects on there are on the 6 year plan, are about $3,393,000. So overall, $5,908,000 is the plan or estimated cost for all the projects that are on the plan. A few items were added from last year or different from last year. You can see this little screen over here. Well, that did not help at all. This is the 1 year. So we had 33rd Street, which we did. This would be a connector piece going up to 35. That's part of North Commercial Corridor plan. And then what's going in right now is Tiger Trail, or now Moorhead Court, or whichever one it is. And then the around Wilderness Falls. So those were not on the 1 year plan last year. So we're getting those added in as those will be paved here, hopefully here by the end of this year. So we got three projects that are currently underway. And then the fourth project is the one here on Harlan, which we should have bid paperwork here before the end of the month and have that out. That'll be a 24 construction. So that'll be the kind of the project we're doing in 24 is the 14th Street from Stone to Harlan. 6 year plan adds in the rest of the Champions Crossing spots. There's a Cornhusker Court up to the north, 31st Street on west to the city limits. Then the Lane Street extension south of 33rd Street coming down into the dog bone on the highway. That's another phase of North Commercial Corridor. And then this little section down here to the right off of Revis, that's the industrial development tracks that we own there. They're looking at potentially getting that paved as Lucas is doing, or edges. I'm trying to get some entities in there. So that's something we're looking at, what we could possibly do and how to plan that infrastructure there. So it's on the 6 year plan.
And down way at the bottom, they did get that added in for, it's right now a county road. The very, right there, is it?
This section here,
Yes, is that, I mean, it's out of the limits, but I want to say, I know last time, heck, I think Mitch Mers is still on council. We talked about how we need to just probably annex that area and get that as part of the plan because that road is ridiculous. And,
yeah.
And it's essentially used to benefit the city, you know?
Now, is that the road going to like the suburb that comes off by the sewer plant?
Right.
Yeah.
The red one.
Our city limits stop here at this yellow line, which is the south end of Ames's track. Then it goes county, essentially.
But then they have it shaded red on the county part.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
orange
county.
there.
That's it right there.
That's part of our 6 year plan.
That is, I think
That's
actually
right.
that's on our 1 year plan
Yeah.
currently. That abuts, let's see, this section abuts our property at the water plant or the sewer plant is this section. So since it adjoins the plant, we have that in our plan, even though it's technically in the county. Then this piece here would be county, but we'll need to be working on annexation here.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not the time to bring it up, but I think we need to on a future council meeting talk about annexation of that because when we pave that up to the water plant, it's gonna go asphalt, gravel, really crappy asphalt to the city.
Well, I thought we discussed that section right there above the red line, below the yellow line, lower, that little gap right there. I thought we were going to do that because we were going to make that part of the Woodings Verona type sale. And were we talking about that where that Ames building is? I thought we talked about that little acreage in there because it's being marketed by Edge. I thought we were going to take that and that old paved road that went through there. Am I correct?
Runs east and west.
Yeah, I think you're
I
right.
thought we talked about, who was it? Who owns that road? Was it Ames that owns actually?
Ames, yeah, it's this.
And they
grade
donated
right
back when they left, right? I think they offered it to us.
here. It's technically private road. It does not have a right of way dedication on it.
But I believe at one time we discussed when Edge is trying to market that Ames was willing to hand that section of the road over to us if we fixed it up because it was going to be part of the marketing strategy to get something to come into Ames. And so I think that was pretty much offered to Edge and that little acreage around there went with it so we can connect Fulton Street to that cutoff road that's been there?
There would need to be dedication on it. There's a potential buyer down there for that lot right now, and those conversations will end up going with them to see if that's something they want to do, and if they do, bringing that into a right-of-way dedication, or if it's something they want to maintain private.
Then we can put it out another 150 feet of more asphalt on it,
Yeah,
and then go from asphalt to gravel again.
yeah. Then they could potentially say, we have easement there, but not for street. So we have our
Right.
three-phase, our ring bus goes around that. They did that. That's actually outside of the easement. Just the other day, so we had to figure out that.
That whole thing was thrown together very quick. Motion to approve. We want a 6-year plan that's proposed by the Board of Public Works.
Second. Vote.
7 years. Yeah, 7 yeses.
That's the end of the general order.
Yeah.